Alright guys, so today we are playing some best of one Super Friends. So again, this was made for the best of one format, so we're just going to play some casual best of one. If you guys haven't watched the deck tech on this already, I do recommend that you go back and check out my other videos. Find the deck tech and check out that deck tech. It's a really cool deck. We're going to be playing it today, see if we can get a few wins with it. So, idea of this deck is to get out Planeswalkers as quickly as possible, and try to survive long enough so that you can get out Planeswalkers and fill the board with these Planeswalkers, fill the board with some of their tokens to win, finally. Overall, should be a really fun deck to play. I think that it's going to be one of the most fun decks that I've played on stream so far, or on videos so far. Now, I played Gates in a previous episode, and that was really fun. I'm hoping that this will be just as fun as that Gates deck. So, opener, we have 3 lands in our opener. That's what we're looking for, things like that. So, playing against, discard, maybe. Discard deck. So, right now, I'm going to discard Cleansing Nova because, well, from what I can see, I'm not certain that a deck playing Burglar Rats is going to... I'm really going to need a board wipe against them. Now, I might, but I'm not certain. Ooh, another discard. So they're starting to get good with this discard. So I don't need mana fixing right now, so I am going to get rid of that Gift of Paradise. I might need mana fixing in the future, in the very soon future, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and put out Dovin, -1 to make a Thopter that'll be blocking a rat next turn, most likely. Alright, so, it is 3-color weird discard rat deck, maybe? I'm not certain. So they're attacking Dovin with both. I'm going to block one of them. So Dovin's going to go to 1. It's kind of unfortunate for poor Dovin over there. I'm going to go ahead and put out a Karn. I'm going to minus him to make a token so that I can block that rat so that none of my Planeswalkers die yet. Plus on Dovin there. Still not sure what we're playing against. I mean, they might be dropping a Planeswalker themselves pretty soon, and that'd be rough for my deck, but we'll have to see. So I wanted a blocker so that they didn't get rid of my Planeswalkers so that I could trade with this rat if they try to swing at one of them. Let's see where he sticks this rat. Looks like the rat's going at Dovin, so I'm going to block with my construct. Yep, and I'll trade. Sure. Eldest Reborn, that's really good because, well, it's going to have to sack one of them. I'm going to get rid of Dovin because I think that Karn is much better for me in the long run. I'm going to go ahead and plus get some cards from this. I'm guessing, yep, they're going to give me a Gift of Paradise. Let's go ahead and get that Gift of Paradise. I'm going to stick it on a black-white land because I already have one black-white land. I'm going to have to discard a card. I am going to get rid of Vivian here, but next turn Vivian is going to do something very important, and that is kill that Eldest Reborn. Ooh. Moment of Craving on that, maybe. No. They're going to have to sack it. I'm going to have to sack my Karn. It's not fun. Ugh. Hate that. But Vivian next turn. Hopefully. Ooh. Looks like they're getting that back. Alright, I have to do Vivian to get rid of this Eldest Reborn, or else they get one of my Planeswalkers, and that would be really bad. So let's go ahead and do that. I guess I could have Ixalan's Binding'd it. But, Burglar Rat, sure. Gonna get rid of that. And Plague Crafter to get rid of my Vivian. Pretty good job there. Alright, so I drew another Moment of Craving. I'm going to go ahead and do that to Plague Crafter while they're tapped out. Because I have no idea what deck I'm playing against. They could have some weird things in there. Ugh. Alright, I'm getting tired of this card. I'm going to go ahead and Ixalan's Binding it, because I'm guessing that they have more of them. I'm also going to play Hallowed Fountain tapped, so that next turn I can drop Vraska if they don't make me discard it. Let's see what they're going to go with here. Oh, rat. Rats. I'm going to have to get rid of that Vraska. But I think my top decks are a little bit better than his because, well, he's got rats. I've got planeswalkers. I'm going to keep this because, I mean, I know that they have discard, but really getting rid of a 1/1 isn't doing much with a board wipe. I'd rather at least 2-for-1 them. So, Assassin's Trophy. Ooh, it's pretty good. Again, we run no basic lands. I'm going to take action and just circle, or just shuffle, but looks like we might be in a tough spot against this deck. Yep, just drawing another land. So we're going to go ahead and pass. So we got rid of that Kaya's Wrath, and that's fine. Might have wanted to keep that land in my hand, but again, they just have a 1/1. What is this? Interesting. So that's kind of cool. Reclamation Sage. So good timing on that. So I can get rid of that Eldest Reborn. Oh, they are going to cast down. So, let's see what we can draw into here. Kind of waiting on... Why in the world would they be playing a Lumbering Battlement? That's an interesting one. So, I'm going to play Tezzeret. It does not have Trample, so I'm going to plus on Tezzeret just to have a blocker out. I mean, chances are that they're going to have a kill spell for that blocker, for what we've seen with this deck so far. But if they don't, it's going to be pretty good until I can just keep plussing Tezzeret, hopefully, until I get something better out. They do have that kill spell, and they are going to kill Tezzeret, I'm guessing. Yep, so they're getting in at Tezzeret, killing Tezzeret. So let's hope we draw something better than Tezzeret, I guess. Ugh, land, that's not better than Tezzeret. Let's just play that tapped. Looks like they probably have this game because they have a Plague Crafter out. I'm playing a Planeswalker deck, so I am going to go ahead and Kaya's Wrath since I drew that. That's pretty good for them. Does let their rat come back in. I discard a card, but A lot of discard in this deck. Hitting me for 1, yes, and a Plague Grafter. So that's good for me because if I draw a Planeswalker, I know that it's not automatically dead. Ooh, Vraska. So I'm going to play her. I'm going to plus her because that lets me draw a card, and I know that I'm not automatically done with this. Ooh. Fairy, that's a good one too. It's a really good one. Let's see. Oh, they did. Let's see. I got rid of my Teferi. So let's see if they're going to swing at Vraska. They probably will. No. No, they didn't. Interesting. Okay. So what do they have? They have a rat. I knew that. Yeah. So I can get rid of their Plague Crafter. Now they do have this Memorial to Folly. They can get that Plague Crafter back, which is most likely what they're going to do. Yep, Memorial to Folly, Plague Crafter, play Plague Crafter, I get rid of my Vraska. After they swing for 1 with the rat. It's pretty good for them. Let's see if I can draw into something good for myself. Ixalan's Binding, not the best, but in this matchup, Plague Crafter might not be the worst thing to exile. He got rid of that earlier with something. Was it Mortify? Yeah, Mortify. Bellhaunt. Ugh. Means it's almost over for us. If we don't draw into something this next turn. Yeah, if we don't draw into something here, we are dead. Oh, Bellhaunt again. We have to draw into like a board wipe. Kaya. This will not be enough. She only gains us 2 life. If they only had 1, it would be enough. But it is not enough. So I'm going to go ahead and concede to that. Interesting. Discard, not great against a lot of decks. Discard, pretty great against this Planeswalker deck, though. So let's try Super Friends again. Sure, we lost that first one, but hopefully this next one we will be able to win. Alright, so let's see if we can win the die roll. Go first. There's some interesting symbols on that name there. We are going first, but this is not a hand that we want to keep. This is a much better hand. Moment of craving for early game stuff. Yep, we would want to keep that. Sun Petal, that comes in on tap now. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. See what they're doing here. Amara, I like it because they can I can moment of craving it. Yep, gain some life. Sounds good. Play my Chapel. I don't have the blue for Dovin just yet. Definitely don't have double blue for Tezzeret. But if I draw 1 more land, I can get a Karn. Well, that's awkward. Draw 1 more land. I could also have a Vraska. 2 more lands, and I could do a Cleansing Nova, which against tokens, or we're playing against, is probably going to be really good. Ixalan's Binding. Can't play that either. Looks like some really bad matchups here. Not really matchups, but really bad luck for this deck, I guess, is what you could say. See if we can turn that around by drawing a land. Yes, we can. We're going to go ahead and take that 2 life. So there's a few options that we have here. We can either Vraska and either plus or minus. I think I might do that. We could also Karn and plus. We could also Ixalan's Binding. So I don't really want to do Binding because if I get 1 more mana, I can just Cleansing Nova. I'm going to go ahead and do Karn. So I'm going to plus. Hope that they give me a land because, well, top 2. Yeah, so chances are they're going to say, hey, yeah, take this land. Even though it's blue, which is what we want, and it's that 5th land that lets us Cleansing Nova. So now they're going to swing 4 at Karn, I'd assume. Ooh, Conclave Tribunal. Pretty good, because, well, now they can swing at me, not Karn. I do have the Ixalan's Binding in the hand, though, so the Ixalan's Binding will get rid of that later on if I want it to. Glacial Fortress, that's a pretty good one, too. I guess I don't really have much of a choice besides Cleansing Nova. See what they play here. Ooh, Tindershoot Dryad. That's a really good card. I do love Tindershoot Dryad personally. Just love it. This can't get rid of the Dryad. This can. Gonna have to do that on the Dryad. Yep. Lagged a little bit there. And I'm going to put that in tapped since I can't play Dovin just yet. So, ooh, They're playing an angel. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to draw into something good, aren't I? So I'm gonna go ahead and play Dovin. Minus. Make a little dude. Pass the turn. Honestly, in a pretty bad spot, right? Yeah. They're going to kill that Dovin, aren't they? But they swing both at Dovin. No, they aren't. Just that at Dovin. I've got another Dovin in my hand. I really need to draw something to kill the Voice of Plenty. I'm going to block it anyway. Take the damage. So, can do this. Gives us another blocker. I mean, we're just chump blocking now, but maybe what we have to do for a little while. See what they're going to attack with. Yeah, they're attacking with both. What are they going to attack specifically, though, is the question. So they're going to swing 4 at Tezzeret. And they're going to swing that 2 at Dovin. So that 4 won't kill Tezzeret, so I'm going to let that through. I am going to block that one, though. So I'm going to take the 4 on Tezzeret, because I'm not planning on using Tezzeret's ultimate. It's fun, but it's not very practical. Yep, so they're tapping out, taking Tezzeret to 1, that's fine. Let's see, ooh, Teferi. Teferi's good, so Teferi comes on out. Let's stick Voice of Plenty back in their library. Let's plus and make a Thopter. And you know, they've only got 1 creature. I'm going to plus here. And I'm going to swing in with my Thopter to put another counter on Dovin. So I'm actually fine with that because they've just got that 3/3. Okay, so Song, that's fine, so they can tap for mana. Loxodon, 4/4. Yep. Swinging in it to Teferi. Hating on that Teferi, aren't you? Let's block it. So you have a Cleansing Nova. I put the Angel back on top of their library, so I kind of don't want a Cleansing Nova just yet. I would like to get Vraska out. Yes, that's going to be good. Let's make a token. Let's make another token. Oh, they are just going to concede. Whenever they see the 4 Planeswalkers together, they are just giving up there. And that's what we like. Alright, let's try another game with Super Friends. See how this goes. We're now 1-1 for the day with this Super Friends deck. So I can't play Kaya with this, but I do like this hand. Gives me 4 lands. Some kill. Yeah, you say hello. I'm not going to say hello. Sorry, buddy. So, this could be a really good matchup if... Oh, yeah, they're going to keep playing these one mana costers. Kai is going to really take control of them. Remember, she comes out one at a time, but she will do that for me. Alright, breeding pool. Go on. If I could play... Let's see. Legion's Landing. So, I hate that they're playing it now because it's going to flip. I can't even Reclamation Sage it. Ugh. It's going to be rough. They are just a little bit too fast for me this game, I think. I can Kaya, get rid of something. I guess that's the best play here, honestly. Kaya to get rid of something. Get rid of this dude. Maybe should have maybe should have. Well, no. I don't think there's anything else that I could have done. Nope. Then it's definitely the best play for that Kaya. Even though she's about to die. Yep, I'm going to be taking quite a bit myself. And I think it's game with this one. They've really just got it. Unless I can draw into a board wipe. That's what I'm hoping for, a board wipe. Not a board wipe. Let's see, this will get rid of 3 of that damage, but they've still got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 exactly. They've got it. They have this game. Turn 5. That was really aggressive. Yep, that mono white there. Oh, even better. They're making them indestructible and everything. Yep. Lost that one. Alright, looks like we are 1 and 2 with this deck then. So, again, Super Friends going 1 and 2. Let's go on ahead and try another game. Again, if we would have drew that Settle the Wreckage, something like that, we would have had a shot. So, it's not like it was an absolute horrible match for us, but definitely was not the best. So, we're hoping for, if we're playing against something fast like that, something a little bit better hand-wise to start with. I just don't like a 2-land hand with this deck at all. I'm going to mulligan this. 3 lands. That's much better. I'm going to put that on bottom because it's not going to help us out a ton. All these come in tapped, so I might as well just start playing them one on one, one by one. So what we were hoping to see, I guess, since we're playing against blue. Oh, so maybe they think that I'm playing Esper and they're just conceding. Well, we are kind of 2 and 2, kind of not. Looks like they did not want to play against Esper. Even though, joke's on them, we were playing 4-color Super Friends. Alright, 2 and 2. I'm going to do one more game with this deck because, well, that last one wasn't much of a game, really. They saw that we were playing what they thought was Esper and conceded. It's a smart play. So, pro tip there. If you're choosing which lands to play with this deck, make it look like you're playing Esper. This is actually a really good hand with this deck. So you've got some ramp, you've got a planeswalker, you've got a creature kill, and you've got a kind of catch-all there. So the question is, do we go for Dovin or do we go for Gift of Paradise on turn 3? Ooh, we don't get to choose, really. They get to choose, don't they? So Thought Erasure, so they are picking something now. Probably want to go for Dovin if I were them. I'm going to be getting it down next turn. You can't counter it. There's the main reasons I would go for Dovin right now. Yep, so they're going for Dovin, as well they should. So going ahead and play this on one of my Glacial Fortresses. So I gain 3 life. Can now tap for 4 mana next turn. If I draw into another land, I can tap for 5 and drop out that Vivian, which I would love to do. Love to. Let's hope that I get that land. Ooh, Esper. I was kind of expecting them to just be blue-black. Well, they don't have the mana for an Absorb or a Sinister Sabotage. They do have Syncopate, oh, and Negate mana, yes. I was hoping that they did not have Syncopate or Negate, though. Alright, so we have Gift of Paradise. Just stick on, we'll stick it on Temple Guard this time. Yep, gaining 3 life. Passing the turn. Another land. Go ahead and play out Vivian. This one should get another counterspell out of him, I'm guessing. Yep. Sure, so they might think that we're playing Bant, because I haven't actually drawn into anything black. But, chances are we will soon. We do have the mana to just drop any Planeswalker that we see. Ugh, they have Teferi. It's not good. Not good for us. We have Vraska. I guess it's the best thing to play in this situation. Hey, it landed at least. Let's see. I need something to get rid of that Teferi, like an Ixalan's Binding, so I'm actually going to go ahead and sack this land. Well, I drew another land, so it's not like I really lost much there. Hopefully I can get into a Ixalan's Binding before the Teferi starts doing too much work. I do know that Esper, I mean, they've got some Vraska's Contempts, but overall, they aren't the best against Planeswalkers. Yep, so Teferi, getting rid of my Planeswalker, that's what I expected. Playing another land, though. Ugh. Gonna have a bit of an issue here, as I'm not going to play this Reclamation Sage yet. I know it will just die, and it's not doing anything. Chances are they have some kind of artifact or enchantment in there. Although I feel like this is kind of a lost hope match for us now. Trying to think of things that we can draw into. We would have to resolve something, number one. We drew another land. I'm going to go ahead and concede this one. So it looks like we are 2 and 3. Well, hope you guys had fun watching Super Friends. Join in next time. Have a nice day.